Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sim Racing Bible. My name is Phil. Welcome along to the channel. I hope you're doing well. We are back in RaceRoom tonight. It's been a while since we've been on RaceRoom, but we are giving it a go tonight because RaceRoom has seen the return of the competitions, the hot lap competitions within the sim. So this is where you simply choose a car on track combo and you go into the fastest lap time as you possibly can and see where you stack up in terms of the world rankings. Usually quite good fun, but I thought I'd spice it up a little bit more this evening for you guys because it might not be the most interesting thing watching me just pounding laps trying to go as fast as I possibly can. It may well be, but it might not be. So I thought we'd spice it up a little bit. And as you can see, written on the screen just here, there are six little forfeits. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So there's 6 competitions, 6 forfeits. So for every single hot lap competition, we're going to be doing something off that list to make it that little bit more interesting. So these are going to be completely random. They're not going to be just going down the list in order. So we're going to select them at random and we'll see how we go. So let's jump into the sim and see what we're up against this evening. So let's get myself across here and I'll get myself in the sim as well. Okay. Here we go then. So 6 new competitions for RaceRoom, and we have the Tartarus F4 at Zandvoort as a fixed setup. Could be quite fun. The Lotus Evora, I think it is. I think it's just the Lotus Evora. It's not GT4. Fixed setup at Oschersleben. Again, nice combo. That hopefully should be. GT3s at Spa. We have WTCR at the Nürburgring. I'm not sure whether that's the full Nordschleife or whether it's just the Grand Prix circuit. We'll have to check that out. The Group 2 Sirocco at Mantorp Park and the F2s at Sepang. So that's our combos of choice for the evening. So we're going to work our way down from top to bottom on the competitions and then we'll do a random forfeit for each one. So welcome, STR Mitsu. Thanks for the stream today. He says, oh, you're welcome. It's good to be here. We were going to stream on Tuesday, but it was a tad on the warm side, so we thought, well, probably better not to do that. Don't want to melt things. So what we want to try and do is you guys to pick some of the numbers here. So we've got numbers 1 to 6, which will choose the forfeit. You guys don't know which ones they are; they're not in the right order. So I want you to choose a number between 1 and 6, and that'll be our first forfeit for the evening. And we'll see which one we're up against. So while you're thinking of your numbers, I'm going to get myself a car to choose and launch the event. We'll go get real mode, obviously, and then we'll stick this one on there. All right, what car color should we go with? So many good options to choose from. Let's choose something. Go with the ST suspension one. It's quite a nice looking car. So we'll load ourselves in. Hey Marty, interesting tweet from Riser. Yes, when they had the 4 cars to choose between. Yeah, we went for the Lotus. Yeah, that's my pick for those ones. Definitely. Right, so seagulls are making their crows in the background, but we're now at Zandvoort with the F4. And it's fixed setup, so I can't make any setup changes. So let me know which one of the forfeits you want me to do. So pick a number between 1 and 6. And I will and I will choose it. Welcome, Funky. Funky said, just watch the Fusca live stream back. Got a little drunk on Saturday afternoon and fell asleep. Sorry, guys. It's all right. Hopefully you enjoyed it when you were catching up on it. So I'll get ourselves into this as soon as we can. Got a random number generator just in case we need it. Alrighty. Numbers between 1 and 6. I'm going to do the first one then, so we'll get this up and running. So random number 3 is the one it's going to be. So on my list, number 3 is, oh, it says side windows only, but actually that's there's no windows on the F4 car. So we're going to do our lap, but we can't look straight ahead. So when we get out of this corner, Lone Star's put a 2 on there. We'll use that one next, Lone Star. Welcome along, by the way. Good to have you with us. So the aim of the game is to set as fast a lap time as we possibly can while not looking where we're going. I can use right or left. Right, coming down to the pit lane now. Where's the markers? There's the 100 board. Right. Okay, now we can look into the apex. It's a very weird experience. I'm going to go left here in a moment. Ooh. Of course, the other aim here is not to go off the track like that. So there we go. That's the first. Okay, let's try again. Get this one out of the way. This is probably one of the hardest ones to do, so we'll get ourselves up to the start-finish line first, and then we'll begin our looking out the side windows. Okay, here we go. So I'll look out this way first, and we'll keep an eye out for the braking markers. So here they come. Right, first one, I'm going to get down to second gear. Okay, there we go. Don't know why I'm trying to look to the right. It's not going to help. Alright. Oh no, we're off again. This is going to be harder than I thought. Okay, we can do this. Just need to slow things down. It might not be a particularly fast lap, but we're going to do a lap nonetheless. So Mr. says, I don't know why, but it looks very similar to the Formula BMW from Live for Speed. Yeah, it is kind of similar. That kind of type of single-seater. Right, let's try again. This time I'm just going to keep looking right. Let's just slow it down, get ourselves a chance. We spot ourselves the inside line there. Okay, just keep that line in sight, and then we should be good. Into the doubling back hairpin. Things are slowed right down now. Had a confident start, and then it's slowly disappeared. Alright, keep that line. Oop, this way. This is quite tricky down here because obviously the straight bit isn't actually straight. Keep it on the tarmac. Right, okay. Big long right-hander now. Should be fairly nice and constant through here, so we can actually see a little bit ahead as well, so that helps. Alright, now we have the little kink. So keep an eye on that line. It's the curb. Right, go. It's handy, we can see a little bit ahead there, that's fine. This is where we struggle because we're going to be going around the outside of the corner essentially. Too close to the grass for my own liking. Okay, right. I feel like I'm wavering over into the middle of the track too much here. Hang on, where am I going? That's totally throwing me off. That's the club circuit coming through there. Right, here we go. Here's our turning point. Okay. There's the exit. One more corner. Well, two more, I suppose. We've got the right-hander and then the long sweeper. Somewhere along here. Here we go. Get ourselves in there. Trust it will go flat. Here we go. Pick up the pace. Trying to hit the pit wall. Where is it? There it is. Oh, goodness. Right, okay. Well, we set a lap time. It's not exactly the quickest. I think it's dead last, actually, in fact. But then, we were looking out the side the whole way around. Right, I can actually concentrate on your comments now. So Funky says, actually, I've been so fast in the new Flask, I did not want to embarrass Phil. Ah, of course, yeah, that's what it is, Funky. Yeah. If you believe that I have a bridge to sell you. Oh dear. Oh, we'll get you on track next time, Funky. Frank says, this is incredibly original. Yeah, it's not particularly standard way of doing hot lapping, I will admit. But it's a good challenge. Right, we're going to do that again. Kind of know where we're going a little bit more now, so we'll try that again. See if we can... Actually, what was our leaderboard position in terms of time? Obviously, we're at the backety back of the whole thing, so... Yeah. Not even showed up on there yet. So what was our lap time on that one? It was... Tender Garage, we're on a 2:38.2. What's the next one up on the list? Oh, there we go. Okay, we've got to knock 3 seconds off to make up a position. I think if we can be not last by the end of this one, I think that'll be a victory in my books. Evening, Paul. Welcome. Good to have you with us. Thanks for joining us for our forfeit evening of hot lapping. Some hot lapping with a difference, I think, is what the title should be. Marty says, your vacation begins tomorrow, Phil. Yes, it does. Yes, so I travel up to Scotland tomorrow, midday-ish, and we're there for 2 weeks. I'll try and do like a Q&A live stream partway through, if you like, and we can get some questions and answers going on and just have a general chat catch up. We won't be doing any sim racing, but it's good for a general chat. Right, let's go again. This time we'll try and pick up 3 seconds on our lap time and just be a little bit more brave. We have a lap time on the board, so that's the main thing. Let's see if we can improve that. We'll go a little bit harder into turn 1 this time, I think. So we'll get ourselves out of the final corner and then begin to look right. Here we go. We'll get ourselves down to turn 1. The trick is trying to look right, but also use all the gears. Here we go. Okay, a very short, sharp dash into the hairpin. You brave. Alright, put a bit of power on. Ooh, we're getting a bit too far away from that curb and that line. So tricky through here, it really is. Feels quicker so far. Just need to keep this nice constant pace going. Got a bit of oversteer then. Steady on. Somewhere around here we're going left. There we go. I need to try not to get confused by the club circuit joining. Like I'm weaving all over the circuit right now. Right. Here we go. Okay, we're good. Here we go. Short blast up to here. On the brakes. Spot the apex. Very, very late, but we got it. Now we can take it real smoothly and a bit quicker through here. Right, now we can really gun it. This is going to be a quicker lap for sure. And across the line any moment now. Okay, well, we've already gone over the line. Missed it. Well, that was a good improvement. Let's take a look at that. So we are 880 now, so we've made up a few places, so we're not last. So I think we can count that as being a really good win, I think, for me. Everyone will look at that thinking, you're ranking 880th. What are you playing at? 27 seconds off the pace? Okay, that was an interesting challenge. I think it's yeah, very disconcerting looking out the side when you're supposed to be going flat out. So right, that's enough of that. So Mitsu, 1 of 6 challenges done. Yeah, this is the first of the 6 challenges. So that was challenge number 1. So we'll move on to challenge number 2 now. Okay. Funky says, it's still kind of cool up here in Scotland, Phil. Welcome. Oh, yes. Of course, you're up that way, aren't you, Funky? Yeah, no, I was looking at the weather. It's kind of more manageable temperatures at the moment. Right. Watching this makes me borderline car sick. I'm sorry, Frank. Well, we're done now. It's okay. You don't have to watch that anymore. Okay, right. Next one. It's a shame, that one, because we wasted our opportunity to use the one of the fixed setup options. So that's okay. I think number 2 was drawn out next by you guys. So we'll do that one next. So it's the Lotus at Oschersleben. And number 2 on the list. Okay, this is a little bit more suitable for those who are maybe feeling a little bit nauseous after that last one. So number 2 is reverse over the line. Now, what that means is not necessarily just spinning around and going backwards over the line. We need to be in reverse gear over the line. That's the stipulation. So here we go. Let's pick Ted Björk's car and we'll load in. And the big challenge here is obviously going to get it to spin around without hitting anything or going off track, and then slamming down the gears and going to reverse and then reversing over the line. So we can do whatever we want for the rest of the lap. So we'll go as quick as we can, and then we've got to not lose too much time as we come up to the line. It's quite a short run to the line out of the final corner here at Oschersleben. So let's see how we manage this. Here we go. Lotus Evora then. Obviously that doesn't count when you're going over the line for the first time, only when you're crossing the line to finish the lap. Did I get that in there? It's a little disclaimer. Right, so Lotus Evora then, GT4 specification car. We're on the sharp first corner here at Oschersleben, not the motorcycle layout, which is a much smoother first chicane. Long old corner. Car's pushing on a little bit through there. Let's put the traction control down to 4 on this one. Now the Lotus Evora is actually has been one of the quicker cars in GT4 up until recently. I'm not sure if that's still the case. Love that little section where you're clipping 3 apexes, or at least attempting to. This is very much a cycle lap to start us off with. Just trying to feel my way in for the car. Love that chicane as well, very aggressive through there. Ooh, don't run off track. So Martin says, almost bought the R3 Premium Pack today. I think I'll hold off for a bit. Okay. It's good stuff. We've got the new Donington coming as well very soon, which will probably be released when I'm away, so that's something to look forward to when I get back. Right, up through the penultimate corner, into the last one. Right, let's see what we can do. Right, we've got to get ourselves into reverse before the line. Luckily, the Evora has a handbrake. There we go. First lap time on the board, 140.5. So we're currently sat just in the top 300. It was a pretty weak first lap anyway. So that's fine. Let's build up from that. Let's go a little bit quicker around the rest of the lap, and then we know that we can give it a nice old handbrake turn on the start-finish straight to finish the lap off. So here we go. So Frank says, do you have family or friends up here, Phil, if you don't mind me asking? We do. We have family. We're going to the Isle of Lewis, actually. Missed. Let's try again. Yeah, so we're going to the Isle of Lewis. We have family up on there, so we're going to go stay with them. It's going to be a bit of an interesting one, this one, because my wife's actually currently in New Zealand, so It's just going to be me and the 3 kids going up, so it's going to be a different experience, but fun nonetheless. So, alright, let's get it stopped this time. Use that curb on the inside. Not that much though. Can't cut that much there, right. So 40.5 is the target for us. So, just going back a little bit, so Frank says, Marty, they'll be releasing some brilliant content out of the blue 2 weeks after you buy the entire thing. Yeah, that happens, doesn't it, sometimes? Oh, that's deep again. That first corner being so tight really does make this second part really difficult to get the car around. At least the normal motorcycle circuit, which is what it used to be as a regular circuit, actually allows you a little bit more of a run into that corner, so it's not quite so stop-starty. Right. Carry as much speed as we can through here. If we have to get on the brakes hard, and we're sliding the rear end a little bit there. Loads of understeer going on in this thing. It's fixed setup as well, so there's not much I can do about that. A bit later on the power this time, so we can actually keep it on the track. So, Marty says, in Scotland, can you actually understand the locals? Yeah, of course I can. We went up there last year and absolutely loved it, and the people are so fantastic and friendly, and yeah, really enjoy it. Ooh, uh-oh. Nope, we're good. So again, quite a scruffy lap, but let's try again. Oh no! I didn't even make it to the line. Too much handbrake. Right, let's try and get this Lotus working, because at the moment, not feeling brilliant. So Frank says, we're going to the Isle of Lewis, almost parked on the beach already. Yeah, that's right. Just in holiday mode, Frank. Right, it's better. Wait. Big patience corner this one. No, can't go yet. It's a bit more patience required. Never been to the Outer Hebrides, Frankie. Oh, okay. No, it's yeah, incredible place. Clear waters. Right, this time, be more patient. Just wait. There we go. Trail the car in on the brakes. Well, it's a better start to the lap anyway. Let's keep that going. Yeah, about that. There we go. It had to happen at least once this evening. Commentator's curse usually gets me at least once on a hot lap competition video, but it's fine. No. Okay, there we go. There it is. Drags on forever, that corner. Right. So Martin's girlfriend and family are in Italy currently, and they went to Venice the other day and boiled in the heat. Yeah, I can imagine. It's been pretty hot everywhere, hasn't it, really? In Europe and in the UK as well. Right, keep it nice and quick through there. To have a break just to settle it into the last part of that chicane and let it loose on the back straight. Have we had any splits? I don't think I've seen any. Just too busy concentrating. There we are, so we're nearly 7/10 up, which is nearly thrown away on that one corner alone. And that one. Just after the sausage curbs. Second to last corner is quite a tricky one. You think you can carry so much more speed through there than you actually can. Right, okay. I think I just about made it. I think we just about hit reverse gear, but I don't have an instant replay to even check that, but I think we made it. So that was, where are we on the leaderboard now after that attempt? Has that jumped us up? So we were just inside. Okay, so we jumped up to 175th now. Still pretty poor, but we've made up a good number of spots, having been just inside the top 300. So I reckon we'll do one more of that, and then we'll move on to the next one. But this Lotus Evora is proving a little bit cumbersome to drive through the corners. It's not very pointy. It's just very understeer. It just pushes on. Ah, yes. So Frank's highlighted the eyes closed for 5 seconds forfeit, which is going to be coming up. And yeah, so that's going to be interesting. So it depends where that one's actually going to crop up, because it's obviously going to be drawn randomly. So if it happens to be on a circuit which is really short with no long straights whatsoever and a fast car, then closing your eyes for 5 seconds might run out of straights or places where you can use it. So we'll see. Here we go, through the chicane now. Probably my favourite part of the circuit, that bit. Okay. Barry, you being an alien again, Paul. Who's Paul? I think it may be a case of mistaken identity. My name's Phil, but I'm trying not to be an alien. I'm just trying to survive at the moment. Ah, so bad through there, it really is. Not seen any of the splits, so I'm not sure whether we're up or not, but regardless. Oh, we're off the track. Too ambitious with the handbrake. Right, okay. Let's move on. So we managed to go into the top 200 with that one, which is quite impressive, considering we came to a bit of a halt before the finish line and reversed over it. So there we go. All right. Next challenge. So Frank says it's about 5 seconds, eyes closed, just before Overesion Radio. Yeah, that's right. You can just see it coming, can't you? It's up next. Frank says, well, I reckon on Harris, when he says correct at the bottom, Lewis, the wind chill will make it feel closer to freezing even now. It was quite nice actually last time we were out. They had some decent weather. So hopefully it'll be more of the same. Right, this time we are at GT3 at Spa-Francorchamps. And we need a number from you guys. So let me know which challenge we're doing. So we've already done, I'll let you know now, we've already done 3 and 2. So I need number between 1 and 6, not including 3 and 2. But you can choose from 1, 4, 5, and 6. I'll leave it up to you. In the meantime, I'm going to find myself a GT3 car. They've got the new Bentley in here now. It was only on the ADAC Championship before. They've allowed it in the GT3 series, which is good. And the new AMG as well. Mm. Has this got the standard liveries in those? Okay, we might actually go with the either the Bentley or the American. I think go with the Bentley actually. Take this one for a drive. Right, so yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, which ones you want me to do. So, options 1, 4, 5, or 6. Do the Bentley. Yep, we're in the Bentley. Yeah, so we still have available. We can do a donut 360. Close my eyes for 5 seconds. One random selected gear, or one-handed. So that's the choices left. They're going to be completely randomized. We're not going to just choose the one that we want. We're going to do it by random draw, and you guys are going to do the drawing for us. So we need you to choose a number. Now this is open setup, so not that it's going to matter too much if we've got something mad going on. So there's obviously lots we can do here. So Frank says 5. I'm going to go with number 5 then. So get ready, everybody, for a lap of Spa-Francorchamps in the Bentley, one-handed. Now this should be all right. I can manage that. It just depends on where all the gear shifts are. So here we go. I'll put my left hand down by my side so there's no temptations to use it. Okay, we're through La Source. Let's put TC down to 3, just to make it even more interesting. And down towards Eau Rouge and Radiant. Oop. Well, that's a lap time to lead us straight away. So we can't go flat through Eau Rouge. Okay, let's try again. Frankie says, not sure, I'll go with Frank's 5. Not sure how trustworthy Frank is, though. Okay, quite gently through La Source. This time we'll add some brakes at the bottom of the hill, I think. Just to be absolutely sure we're getting up the other side inbounds. Okay, that was very, very sedate through there. We can improve that next time. Down the Camel Straits. Get ourselves in position for breaking into Les Comtes. This is kind of balancing part way through the corner. Not the ideal strategy, I'm sure. Here we go. Down to Rivage. And then this, of course, is added to the fact that we're using a Formula rim, so there's not much to grab hold of. Be nice now. Oop. No! Don't want to add in an extra challenge of looking backwards at the same time. Ah. Keep catching it with my hand. There we go. Have a bit of a chance to relax now. We've got through all the twisty bits. Now it's nice and easy through Blanchimont, because it's a left-hander. Lift. Okay, through the bus stop. And let's see where our first lap time puts us on this one. 403. Let's see if we can get into that top 400. We'll probably shift down to 5th, or stay in 5th. It's better. Carry a bit more momentum down the straight this time. Always nice in chat. Just on track, things get nasty. Yeah, you guys are great, to be fair. Okay, through Rivage. Just allow for a little bit of wheel wobble as we swap sides. We poo on and we fly out the other side. We're nearly a second up now, so it's looking like a better lap already. Nice bit of weight transfer in the middle of the piff paff there just to help us out. Leave it in 3rd that time. Okay, probably can take Curve Pour Frere flat maybe next time. Okay, looking good so far. This should jump us up the leaderboard quite nicely. At least it would have done if we'd kept it in bounds. You only had one corner to do, Phil. What did you do that for? Right, well, we know we can do it. Let's go again. Hey, Racer J, welcome along. Marty, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to. Oop, bit of a wobble that time out of there. So Marty says, enjoy the vacation, Phil. Have a cold beverage on me. Well, that's very kind of you, Marty. Thank you for the $5. You're amazing. Okay, we are picking up on the Delta, but it wasn't a great run to Rouge and Radion. Okay, get ourselves in position once again for the braking. Try and swap over early this time. Better. Okay. You may wonder why we're doing all this. What's the point of doing hot lap challenges where you're supposed to be going fast, but just messing around and doing silly things? Well, the main reason is because it's a bit of fun, you know, just to keep things lighthearted and interesting. Holding on there with my fingertips to try and come through Pouhon. No, can't use my knee, that's cheating. Right. It's close. Leaving 3rd that time. Okay, so it's not going to be not quite as quick and up the splits as we were before, but still be an improvement. It just means we have another opportunity to improve our lap time next time round. It is very close to flat actually through there. Right, this time don't overrun it. There we go. Through the bus stop. Towards the line where we're going to sit after this one. We're currently 4:04. And now we're 3:18. Let's see if we can break into the top 300s. Because doing this on the way to Tesco is illegal. Yeah, wouldn't be advising it. That's much better that time through that. Huge chunk of time being dropped off already. It's good, getting used to it. Might just continue driving like this all the time, not bother with my left hand, it's now completely redundant. Oh, that was nice through there that time. Of course, Spa 24 hours is coming up soon, so hence the reason this particular combo is being used, I'm sure. But it is a great combo. GT3 and Spa is always nice to drive. And the GT3 competitions on RaceRoom are obviously always really competitive as well, because loads of people love driving GT3 cars, so trying to get anywhere near the top end in these particular categories is always a challenge in itself, so not expecting to be challenging the quick boys with this lap time, but I think if we can get ourselves into the top 300 driving 100, I think I'll be quite happy. Oh no, just thrown away a good 4/10 with a bit of a slide in the middle of that chicane, but let's see what we do on this time. There we go, 252, comfortably into the top 300. All with my right hand. A couple of feet as well. Okay, right, get the blood back in that arm now, and we can go on to the next one. So get your comments in quick as to which ones you want to see us do next. So we've got numbers 1, 6, and 4 left to go. Quite pleased with that, actually. Oh, more of an effort. All right, next one along. So Funky says it's only illegal if they catch you, Frank. This is driving one-armed on the way to Tesco's. UK cops couldn't catch a cold. Medieval witch hunters had a better clear-up rate. Racer J says, "Hey Marty, what was the tweet from Riser?" So they did a block of 4 different cars. They basically said, which one would you choose? You're going to choose one, and they had the Lotus 72, the Brabham fan car, the McLaren with the special clever braking, and I can't remember what the 4th one was now, actually. Anyway, it's on Twitter anyway, but they're basically just asking you to choose which one you would take out of the lot. All right, well, there we go. That's that one done. Frank says, in Lewis, the cops, both of them. I was like, they'll never give chase. Oh. Right, so it's TCR time then. It's the next one on our list. So let's choose a car. Well, you guys choose a number, either 1, 6, or 4. What should we go with on this one? Well, we drove the Lincoln Co last time, so let's try give the Elantra a go, shall we? And we'll run with Andreas Beckman's livery. And then we'll try and familiarise ourselves with the track. So, trying to see which one I don't want from this list on these. So, hopefully we don't have a do a 360, because I think that'd be quite difficult to do in a front-wheel drive car. Close my eye for 5 seconds. Yeah, that's a good possibility. And 1 random selected gear. So that's not too bad as well. I think as long as it's not having to do a donut in a front-wheel drive car, I think we'll be all right. So, yeah, let me know your Your decisions on which one do you want to see me do, and we'll get into it. This is taking a little while to load. I'm expecting this actually to be the Nordschleife, the way it's taking its time to load in. Show the leaderboard, that'll give us a clue. Yeah, it's the full Nordschleife. Okay. Right. That's fine. In that case, I'm hoping it's not the random gear as well, because this will just take forever. Right. What we'll do then, I got my numbers here. So 1, 4, or 6. Let's generate here. It's just generated number 6. It's one of the ones I really didn't want. So we're going to do 1 random selected gear. So 6 gears in the TCR cars. So do that again, and this will decide which gear I'm going to be doing it in. So, okay, it's 4th gear. That's not too bad. We can manage that. So not going to be stuck in 1st or trying to manage it in 6th. So what we need to do is get ourselves up to the line. And then leave it in 4th gear. So I can't go any higher than 4th. So there's going to be some rev limiter action going on here, I'm afraid. But what this does mean is it gives me a chance to fully utilise my skills in trying to carry speed through corners as best we can, because acceleration out of slow corners, like the first hairpin here at the Nürburgring, is not going to be easy in 4th gear. So I'm just going to manage the speed through some of these corners. Obviously you don't get the benefit of additional engine braking, so here we go. Too bad through the first bit, a little bit rough, but we're okay. Oh, it's the 24-hour version. Get on the brakes. So we're not going to do the Grand Prix loop, so it cuts through here, that's fine. So some of these corners are not too bad in 4th gear, so it's just when you get to the long straights where you're going to lose out massively. I suspect this could well be another one where we have a very back of the lap time setting on here, so we're propping up the pile. Right, now we drop into the Nordschleife. The real key here is to keep it on the black stuff as well, because you really don't want to be restarting a lap. Okay. Speed's building. It's so weird not changing down. Through the bit that everyone knows. And now we get on to the first of the really, really quick bits. I think Flugplatz will be taken flat at this stage. I think the real question here is not necessarily how fast we can go, more of will the car expire before the finish, being on the rev limiter constantly. We'll take the shortest possible line of least resistance down here. Soon enough we're going to have to hit the brakes as we go down towards the bridge corner. Okay. Use the curb on the exit to push us back on. So, Punky says, still not to be won over by RaceRoom. Love the NSU. We'll give it another go there for sure. Yeah, it can take a little bit of time to kind of dial into it, but I do enjoy RaceRoom. It is very good. Right, Let's get it slowed down through here. Oh, all over that curb. No, it's good that Rise were doing that. I did wonder why they were putting that post on there, because all the cars that were on there were cars that were already in game. So I think it was more just an engagement post, just to see what everyone's thoughts were on what car they liked the best out of that lot. I think, yeah, that's right. The fourth car was the one of the Reynard Champ cars. Quick through there. Cars bouncing around all over the place down here. That's the first of the real bogging downs through the slow corners. Hey H Plus Sim Racing, welcome. So no damage in the leaderboard challenge, rev that thing all you like. Yeah, thankfully that's a good thing. If you are just joining in, by the way, and you're wondering what on earth is going on and why we're going around the Nordschleife in a TCR car only in 4th gear and not changing gear at all, that's part of the challenge. We are we're driving this thing in 4th gear only. We had a randomly selected gear and it gave me 4th gear, so that's all we have available to use. So we can just sit on the limiter all the way up here. Not even made it to the carousel yet. Just give you a chance to kind of have a brief bit of a rest as you come up here, because you have time to think. Flat out through that left. Now we're coming up to another braking point just after this right-hand kink. It's also very good to familiarise yourself with the circuit, because you're not going quite as quickly as you might be if you're trying to go flat out. Too bad. Right, let's get it tucked in on the banking down here at the carousel. Taxi driving mode. That should be 6th gear. Ring taxis. Right, let's try and keep it on board through here. Always the section where I tend to not really forget where I am, but just not be particularly confident with how quick I can go through here. Thankfully I kept that on the tarmac. I was expecting that to just float off the track and then that would be lap over. We're still going. Towards the second jump. Go a little bit light through that. And it's just a case of threading it through here. There's borderline running off onto the grass. So, Marty says, a little bit told me that it appears that Rise are a bit behind with version 1.4. Perhaps 2 weeks, fine with that. Yeah, that's fine. So Frank says, good thing Rise will do the release candidate thing now. Yeah, it is. It is very good that we can try it out beforehand and give them feedback if we need to. But yeah, if it's 2 weeks, that's fine, because that means that it'll be released when I'm back. So yeah, all good. Right, well, I'll just let it do its thing for a moment. We'll just talk amongst yourselves. Just corners. So Resident Joe said they agreed better drop a grenade next time instead of a banger. I'm sure it'll be amazing. Right, on the brakes. Cold brakes as we get into there. Through the final corner. And I'm pretty sure we'll be absolutely plumb last, but what can you do in this situation? Across the line. You're kidding. We're not last. I honestly, genuinely thought that would just be bottom of the pile. How far up we are? Let's see. Let's see how far up we go. No way. So 114th. So we've got... Oh, okay. Wow. They must have been doing the same challenge in second gear. That's not very fair. They're doing their best. Okay, so that's all right. I don't feel so bad about just doing the one lap on that one, because I wasn't going to do it again. Okay, so there we go. Next one. I was thinking about you, Funky. Actually, you mentioned that good practice for that Fusca lap. Yes, I was wondering. Do you remember what your time was in the Fusca around here? Because it would be interesting to know if it was similar or slower. Okay, so a 9:29 around the Nordic Life in fourth gear only, which is not too bad. Under the 10-minute barrier, which I was thankful for. Right. So EHC Racing says 5 seconds eyes closed should be easy on the straight. It should be, yes. We have 2 options left. So we have the Group 2 and then the F2 at Sepang. So there are some longer straights on Sepang. So even though it's a quicker car, I don't know whether it'll, 5 seconds is still quite a chunk of time to be completely disorientated. And we've got to keep it on the tarmac as well. So next one then, Mantorp Park. Is it 9:40? Okay, I think we beat it in fourth gear in the TCR car. Okay, that's good to get me in the zone for that. So let's launch the Group 2 Siroccos at Mantorp Park, and let's get ourselves a selection here. So we just need numbers, and it's going to be either number 1 or number 4. So take your pick. So many cool classic retro liveries for the Sirocco. I really like these two. I think I'm going to go with the silver and blue for this one. So again, hopefully it's not the 360, because again this is front wheel drive. Yeah, so there we go. So Mantorp Park obviously has the drag strip where we could burn up our 5 seconds eyes closed moments. That's the one, of course. Depends. Let's put on the old number generator here. So it was either 1 or 4. Four's the one that's come up first. Okay, this is going to hamper us significantly. I'll let you guess which one it is. Oh, hang on. This isn't even... Which version of Mantorp Park is this? Oh, is this like the club circuit? Okay, right. Here we go then, the beautiful Sirocco Group 2 car. Love the sound of this thing. Need to match my revs better on the downshifts. I like it. So just a quick cycle lap just to kind of get ourselves dialed in and to figure out where we're going to do our forfeit for this one. I suspect it's probably going to be somewhere down here. So let's try and do it now. No. So I think probably the way to do it with a front-wheel drive car, we have to do a 360 of course, so we're trying to do a donut with a front-wheel drive car here. So probably the way to do it will be a couple of dabs of handbrake. So good practice round, let's try again. It's not helping the matter when you can't get into gear. Right. Maybe try and do it at the low speed sections might be better. Ah, that's not enough space. So let's try that again then, as that was discarded as a lap time anyway, so let's try that again. So there's a bit of space on this pit straight here, maybe we get it done early and then push. Come on. Why is first gear not even... That could be tricky. I'll have to select first gear and then do the 360. Let's try that again. Yeah, maybe this Sirocco's giving me a hard time this evening. I have to slow it right down, get into first gear and then do the spin. Just not enough room. It's going to have to be at the end of the straight here, I think. Ah, right. This is going to take some effort. Right, let's try again. Try and balance the throttle through there. Use all the curb on the inside there. Right, let's do it here. Oh, you can't even go off the edge there. No way. So we have to wait until this section here to do it. Okay. We will get there, I promise. Right. Just learning. Need a handbrake fill, that's another 50 quid. Expensive ever this. Yeah, I know. So many things, isn't there? There's always something else. So despite its little foibles and the difficulty we've had driving this thing this evening, I do love this car. Obviously when you're not trying to do a 360 in it on a hot lap challenge, but... Right, so what we'll do, we'll wait till the very end of the track, of the drag strip. Get ourselves slowed down. Okay, we're good. This should be an improvement. Maybe. Need to smoothen up that 360, I think. Somehow. I think for me the next addition to the rig is going to have to be a button plate of some sort, so I can use the direct drive wheel. That's the next thing. Alright, let's try again. Get it slowed right down. Felt a bit quicker. Maybe. Not yet typical donut, but... Oh, we're 6/10 slower. Alright, well we are up on the first split, which will give us some sort of an event. We still need to get the next bit absolutely dialed in. Four tenths up. Alright, come on, we can do this. It's just so unnatural, isn't it? Right. Come on. Ah, that's better. Taking 1.3 seconds off it. Okay. I think that's about as good as we're going to get with it, to be honest. Which leaves just one final challenge remaining, and that is to drive the F2 car to Pang and have a period of 5 seconds where I'm not watching where I'm going. So, how are we going to get on with this one? I think I might try and up the ante a little bit here, because we've got to do... It'd be cheating to use it on the straights, really. Maybe we should do our 5 seconds twice. Once on the straight and once in a corner section. Sounds like the sensible thing to do. Right, let's select a car and give it a go. So Marty says, currently using a Stream Deck as a button box until I build/buy a dedicated one. Works quite well. Yes, and the Stream Decks are very good. Very, very useful. Very dynamic. You can do all sorts of different things with them. You can do yeah, obviously the button boxes are things for your stream or changing things. Loads of stuff you can do with them. So really, really cool. Oh, Funky, thank you so much for the £5. It says, have a nice island single malt on me, Phil. Cheers. Oh, thanks, Funky. Well, I don't drink, but I shall certainly put that towards some fun times with the kids. Thank you very much. I will appreciate that. You guys are absolutely awesome. Right. Okay, so 5 seconds. So we're going to do... 5 seconds on a straight. And I'm also going to do 5 seconds where there are corners too. Just for some giggles. Now this F2 car can be a little wayward at times. Just to prove a point that it wasn't me making a mistake, that was purely me just saying how difficult it is to drive at times. Yeah, so we'll do a bit of both. Here we go then. Let's try and get out of the last corner this time without rotating too much. Slowly, slowly. Right. So there's obviously the two big straight sections on the end of the lap. Maybe we can use one of them. Let's get ourselves into the first corner, which is quite a long sweeping right into a quick flick left, and then we're hard on the power through this flat out right-hander, coming up towards a heavy-ish stop. Just trying to figure out where we're going to do this. Whilst trying to relearn the circuit. It's been a while since I've driven Sepang. You can't go to Scotland and not drink heresy, I tell you, says Funky. Ooh. Alright, okay, well I haven't used it, so I'm going to use it 5 seconds now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We have to try. Oops. I always get confused with the straights here at Sepang. You think you're on the main straight when you're actually not, and you're supposed to be going left instead of right. Let's try again. We'll come up to the line and we'll use our 5 seconds now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just about in time to spot a braking point. Now we have to use one more where there are corners involved. The question is, which corners do we use them on? We have to slow it right down, I reckon. Oh, this thing is so leery on the rear end. Right, I'm going to use it through here. 1, 2, 3. No, I couldn't do it. I drove nice. Okay, I think what we need to do is do that through the slow corners. So let's try that. Because obviously spending less time in the slow corners, so you can get away with putting some lock on, letting it trundle around, and then regaining where you are when the time comes. So we'll use our corner one down here, I reckon. So get ourselves slowed down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're good. Now we have some time to make up. Sound good, these little F2 cars, but they are quite tricky to drive because I'm finding that when the rear end breaks away from you out of the corners, it's not always easy to feel through the wheel. It kind of goes light. There's no, I know it should go light anyway when you got wheel spin, but there's no kind of indication that you're actually having wheel spin. It just does nothing. So maybe it's just my settings, but it doesn't really communicate too much of what's going on. But it makes it quite difficult to feel what's going on. Either that or it's quite delayed in its feedback, actually. Very difficult corner here. Just brake in a straight line towards the outside of the track and then miss the apex by a country mile. Right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, whoa, I was getting close to the grass. this feels very distant in some cases, but that's okay. Right, we've got our first lap time on the board then, so we are 1:55.1 and we're placing 142nd overall, so let's try and beat that. Right, 1, 2... No, I felt that one. Too much wheel lock going into turn 1. Funky says, you know I'm joking. Yeah, I know. So just don't try buying a latte in Lewis if you want to live. If you had bad experiences with those. Right, here we go then. Let's try it again. This time with less steering lock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, good. Out of the way and done. This also happens to be that I completely messed it up trying to get back on the power. Right, let's go again. Yeah, it's just so tricky to just kind of gauge what's going on. I've got it on the right feedback setting, which I usually use for RaceRoom, but yeah, it's just something missing. Right. 1, 2... Just slow it down more than that. Oops. Restart. How did it go so well on that first attempt? That's the thing I want to know. Right, here we go. Oh, I don't know what. It's warm this evening, let alone trying to do this on Tuesday when it was baking. Right, here we go then. Get it slowed right down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. It's like having a nap in the middle of turn 1. When you have a nap, you suddenly wake up and you're all disorientated, like, where am I? Still loads of time to knock off, even just by driving it normally, because I'm not extracting the most out of the car or the circuit currently. Always find Sepang to be a really tricky one to get right. I just feel like I'm driving really slowly. Okay, now it's the straight, right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... You are kidding me! How did I deviate so much? Right, okay. Well, we can beat that. Surely we can beat that. Okay, this is the last attempt and we'll go for it. We'll go for one more time. That's ridiculous. Just gotta set myself up on the right hand side and just try and keep it as straight as possible. Okay, I'm going to try it slightly differently this time. I'm going to do it all at the end. So we'll do first corner as normal. Get it through here as quick as we can. Because we're going through that corner so much with our eyes closed, we haven't been attacking that curb, so obviously I had no idea that that's going to be so tightly policed for track limits. Let's try again. Right, it's down to turn 1 then. Nice and tight on the inside. Feed the power in gently. Don't take too much curb. Again, feed the power in gently because the track drops away. And easy flat through here. Just try and talk my way around the lot so I can remember what I'm doing. Again, nice and easy on the throttle out of there. Easy to go very sideways on the exits. And this next one, kind of a little bit of a lift. Keep over to the left because you're going to be going right very soon. Big snap of oversteer on the exit. This one opens up. Miles away. Didn't get the braking right there at all. Right, this time we got ourselves on the right hand side of the circuit on the exit. Right, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. The hazards. Right, okay, maybe we'll try the middle of the track, shall we? Who knew that driving straight with your eyes closed was so difficult? Okay, let's try again. Don't know how many times I've said that this evening, but far too much. Far too often. Right. It's quite late into turn 1, but somehow we've made it through. Right. Feeling not too bad so far. Just also not very quick. Just have no confidence in the car whatsoever. That's the main problem, and you really do need confidence when you're driving a car like this quickly. But I just don't feel like I can lean on it anywhere. Right, coming up to the final straight. Hopefully we can keep it on the track. Right, aim for the end. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Still managed to find the wall. Okay, but we didn't get our lap time disallowed, so we've got to do one more in the corner. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, and wasn't even going around the corner. Okay, I'm done with that. We did one lap. We did manage one lap where we were blind for 10 seconds, and we're reasonably well up though. 155, we're in 142nd out of 412, which is yeah, not bad really. So there we go. So that is hot lapping with forfeits and with consequences. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a little bit different, something a little out of the ordinary, which we like to do here at Sim Racing Bar. We like to do different things every now and again. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking with us and watching along. And as ever, thank you very much for your support and your comments. You guys are fabulous, and it's always good to be online with you. So yeah, it was a tough challenge. I don't know why it was so tough. Partly down to the car as well as me not being able to keep it on the tarmac. But yeah, so good stream, good fun. And again, thank you very much for joining us. Now, as mentioned, there will be no sim racing live stream for the next 2 weeks, being due to me being away. I will try and do a Q&A session while I'm away on a Saturday. So if you have any sim racing questions that you want to know more about, or there's questions you've always thought about, or something you want to talk about, hit me up in our Discord channel. So if you haven't gone on to our Discord channel yet, we have a Discord channel, and send me a message on there if you want to, and ask your questions away. I'll put a thread on there for you to follow if you want to, and I'll put something on the YouTube channel as well, so you can put your replies on there. So feel free to ask away, and I'll try and get something out for next Saturday for a live Q&A. And yeah, we'll go from there. But thank you once again for joining us. You guys are fantastic, and thank you both to Marty and to Funky for your donations this evening. You guys are just so supportive of what we do at Sim Racing Bible. I can't thank you enough. So cheers, everybody, and yeah, we will see you on the other side for some more sim racing action, and probably lots to catch up with in terms of sim racing content. So should be hopefully plenty we can work on going forward. But we will take some well-deserved rest, and we'll be back fresh for some more sim racing very, very soon indeed. So thank you very much, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.